Welcome back to Time Out with GC. As you know, I like telling stories and stories that will inspire you or sometimes those uncomfortable conversations. My guests are Anthea and Sylviena Elias. We'll just call her V and Anthea. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you for having us.
Look at them even speaking at the same time. Beautiful. Listen, man, it's an uncomfortable conversation and it's very taboo. Same-sex relationships, people are like, no, it cannot be. How can it be? But you guys are so in love. Anthea, we'll start with you. You were married before. And how did the relationship start with V?
Oh, wow. First of all, me and V, we've been friends for more than 13 years. I always knew that she liked me, but I didn't really act on it. I was always teasing her. And I was married before and divorced, obviously. And then she came back into my life like 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
5 years ago. And it just like started.
The little birdie told me that you were the patient one. You were the one waiting. You said one day is one day.
Yeah, definitely. Well, when she moved to Joburg, things changed that side. She came back home. I've waited. Well, I've seen other people, but I know that she was always the one, And then she came back, moved back to Cape Town, and then just one day she popped me in inbox, slide into my DMs. And then we started chatting again, and then that's where it all started out, And yeah, we became close.
Now, V and Anthea, many people don't understand. They don't understand. As I said, it's very taboo. They're going to say, no, it's against religion. It's against life. It's against everything else that is supposed to be. A woman must be with a man must be with a woman. There is no way that a man can be attracted to a man and a woman can be attracted to a woman.
Yeah, like you said, in most religious values, we are not accepted. Like, for instance, we don't even go to church anymore because we're too scared of, well, not scared. We are just like, we are trying to avoid any confrontation or any questions regarding our religion, because when we went to church as friends. I brought her in. Like church people, even my family, they don't understand. They are Christians, and it's just like the one thing that bugs us. Like we just want to be happy at that point in time where you are fed up and you just done, but not done with your religion, but done with flesh. With our fellow human beings. Because all we want is to be accepted. That's about it. So yeah, I'm living my life right now. I am happy. And if nobody can accept that, that's their problem. They just need to deal with it. So yeah.
V looks like the one that's just chilling. You're like an ace. You're like an ace blokkie. You're like an ace blokkie in a glass and just chilling.
You know what? When we started out, okay, I was also a religious person, But when I came back to my life, everything changed, especially my spiritual life. You understand, like everything that was bad, I had to leave behind, So I made a lot of changes, not because of her, but because I wanted to become a better person. And then she uplifted me spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, in any way possible. And she made me a better person. So thanks to her, I am who I am today. Humble and, loving, caring person. I've been a loving, caring person all along. But you just bring out the best in me each and every day to make me a better person.
And that's what you want in a relationship. You want someone to uplift you, and you want someone that you can connect with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you don't find, and it's not about a female, it's not about a male, it's about how the person makes you feel, in this relationship, or whether it's a normal friendship relationship or in an intimate relationship, it's how that person makes you feel. Like a lot of family members or even friends that were shocked to hear that I'm in the same sex relationship. For them, as you know, for them, it's like the baddest thing ever. But I try to explain to them, it's not about being with a female. I don't see a female. I see a person. You know, when I got divorced, it took me 3 years to get over my ex-husband, and I asked God, please send me in someone that's going to love me for who I am, who's going to uplift me. The same things that she just said, I needed that because I didn't get that in my marriage. I didn't ask God to send me a male or a female or even a male with a house, car, or whatever. I didn't ask the full package. All I asked for is send me someone that's going to love me, who's going to accept me for who I am with my kids. And then she came into my life. Like, she came back, and we were friends. We were still friends, and it just happened because I could speak to her about everything. She could speak to me about everything. I could confide in her, and that made me like her even more. And that liking her even more turned into love for her. So, and that's how everything started. So, yeah.
Some people might say you're going through a phase, and I know you mentioned your boys. I mean, that's also a very difficult conversation to have one day with your boys who are growing up. They are still very young. Are you fearing that day when you're going to have that conversation, V and Anthea?
To be honest, before we came out, we always had that conversation about how we're gonna tell the boys, how are we gonna like introduce them into our world. But to be honest, they are actually very comfortable around us. You know, we're not like my family thinks that we are being affectionate in front of the boys, and that's how their perception of same-sex relationships are. We're not decent people. We will be all over each other, and it's just not right to do that in front of kids. It's inappropriate in their eyes. But to be honest, we are normal in every way. And so I am ready to speak to the boys, but not anytime soon. I'm just waiting for that right moment, just like the right moment when we came out. Because, like, you know, she waited for so long and she was patient, and she's still patient. So she's not pushing me, and we are not forcing anything with the boys right now. So
13, 15 years is a very long time to wait, V. What has been the most frustrating thing being in this relationship, or difficult moments that you've had with people who don't understand V?
Not being able to hold a hand going to the mall. Not being able to, like, the small normal things, like not holding a hand in the mall, always affectionate, but not affectionate like I said now, all over each other, just like holding a hand or just like giving a pick on the cheek or something. We used to always steal a kiss. Like, we always used to look around who's watching and who's seeing us together, and it was very frustrating. And it also, in the beginning, it had an impact on our relationship. I actually wanted to end things because I thought it was not fair towards her, because she can live a life and I'm holding her back on being happy. And she was great about it. She was like, if you want to stay in the closet, we will stay as long as you want us to be. And I mean, she waited 5 years for it. And we're happy now that we're out.
And for yourself, V, what has been the most difficult part for you?
Yeah, like she said, being not affectionate, but like what she said now, and also the fact that my family knew, like my family accepted her for who she was, and she was basically part of the family. So the only family was her side of the family did not know about us. You understand? So whenever we have family gatherings at our families, I will take her with. They will, treat her like, hey, you know, haven't seen you in a while. But when it comes to her family gatherings and it's all professional, you know, it's friends and you know,
We have to act like friends.
act like friends. And it was really frustrating, but because I loved her, I knew this day will come, and eventually it came. So yeah, it was all about I'm a patient person, and it was really worth the wait. I promise you.
So just quickly, as we end off, and thank you so much for sharing a part of your life. And I'm sure it is difficult for, especially those who didn't know that you were a couple in a same-sex relationship. Just what advice do you have out there for someone else who is still struggling to maybe tell their parents, or someone who's living in denial, or parents that don't understand?
All I can say is, if you have children who is in the same situation, they're still the same person. You know, nothing has changed. They're still the loving, caring person. They're still your child. It's just that they're not in the relationship that you want them to be. You know, so it's, and for those who think that your child's happiness doesn't count, because there's so many parents out there that want their kids to dance to their song, and it's not right. And that's why we have so many suicidal stories out there regarding parents not accepting the kids. And all I can say is, like in our situation, I'm still the same person. I still care for my parents and I still give them like I used to do in the beginning. I'm just thankful that my parents and I are basically working on our relationship. It is still a bit strained. It's still a bit like wobbly between us. I'm not yet comfortable to be in their home. But it's getting there. And I'm just waiting on that moment for them to accept me as well, because they know her and they know what type of person she is. The only reason why they are the way they are towards her is because of who we are, you know, in the situation. But things are great between my parents and I, and V is also very understanding. She's like very accommodating to everything. She's like, everything, it will take time. We will work through this. So we will get there. We trust and believe we will get there.
And for yourself, V?
Yeah, look, Anthea is happy. I'm happy. You know, like she said, everything takes time. You know, it is a shock for the rest of the family. I don't expect, you know, for them to welcome me with open arms or anything. It's just that, like she said, it takes time. When that day comes, then by all means. But other than that, I'm patient. You know, I respect that. I respect their decision, and I respect their decisions that they've made. You know, and their choices. And like I said, yeah, they will come around sooner or later.
I like that. Just very chilled. Chilled on the couch, chilled in life, chilled in love. Sylviena and Anthea, thank you so much for sharing your love and your life with us right here on the show. And thank you for opening up your hearts to your love. And I wish you only the very best.
Thank you.